if you've ever ran a process of building out your mission, your vision, your values, a lot of people start thinking to themselves, how do I want to be seen by my client and what's my value proposition? That's the bottom of the circle there. That's your positioning. And if you've ever done this before, you'll know that that's the wrong way to go about it. How you help your clients now is great and it's good to know that, but it's the last thing you should look at. What you should look at first is your why. Now, you might have seen the Simon Sinek video out there, and he always talks about, I mean, if you haven't seen it, he's got 17 million views, so most of you probably have seen it, but he always talks about knowing why you do things before you know what you're doing and how you're doing it. And that's also not only so about you knowing it, but it's also for your clients to know that as well. And Simon Sinek goes on to say that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you're doing it. Your why is your purpose, right in the middle of that circle there. And that's where you have to start. Now, it's not easy to start there, and a lot of people find it really difficult. What do you mean, why? Why do I do something? But what I want you to do, and especially those of you that have been in business for a long time, I want you to think about why you started your company. You know, why you started your mortgage broking business. What was that reason? What did you think that you could do better than everyone else, or better than the small niche of people that you're competing against, that you could do better than them and provide a better experience for your clients? That's your why. So have a think about that, have a think about where you were in your business and build out your why based on that. It's got to be a real reason as to why you started the business and why you think you should be doing what you're doing. So let's talk about good service. So a lot of people say to me, but I provide good service, Bill. I already provide good service. But good service is one thing, great service is another, and providing service levels that are greater than the expectation of the client are what is most important. So we touched on this earlier, and I just want to refocus on it a little bit before we move on to the next stage. So when you're thinking about building out as mortgage brokers, your loan process, right? So you say to yourself, I've got to find a way to find a client, and then I've got to go to them face to face or over a Zoom call, sell them the idea of getting them a cheaper interest rate or whatever you're going to do. And then you've got to go and lodge the loan, and then you've got to deal with the bank, and then you've got to settle the loan, right? That's your process. For the client, they don't care about any of that. They don't even want to deal with you. They just want a house, right? They want to buy a house. They don't want to deal with the mortgage, right? It's part of their process, an important part of their process, but their end goal is moving into the home. When the truck drops their boxes off, they've packed everything away, that's when their process finishes. Yours finishes when the loan settles, theirs finishes when the boxes are unpacked. Can you see the difference there? The customer journey is really important. So strip it all back. Don't think about what your process is. You know, and if you're building up sales process or sales funnels, which is the flavor of the month now, don't think about your process, what you want to get out of it. Think about your customer journey. How do they want to go through that process? And you're going to find much better results doing it that way. And I'll finish with this. You know, Jimmy Johnson's a college football coach in America, and he says the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little bit extra. That little bit extra. So when you go away from today and you start thinking about this presentation, you start thinking about, well, what can I do about my customer experience? And then you get 5 loan inquiries and something happens, someone's away on leave. Don't just let it go. Think about your customer experience. Put time aside in your diary to work on this kind of stuff. You know, there should be time in your diary to work on the business, not just in it. And start thinking about that little bit extra. How can you improve little by little? It doesn't have to happen all at once. How can you improve your business little by little to create this amazing customer experience so your clients are delighted and they're screaming from the rooftops about how great you are, so you get more clients coming directly to your business.